My high school love was Josephine Fuentes. Josephine was a Latin beauty. She had light brown eyes that were cat-like, long black hair, and a developed chest. I loved the way she laughed. I loved everything about her. I would have done anything to be her boyfriend. But Josephine already had a boyfriend. When she broke up with him, she told me she wasn't going to be in a relationship for a while. 2 weeks later, Josephine was in another immature asshole. Josephine would complain to me about him. I wish he'd tell me I look good sometimes, like you do. I wish he'd bring me presents sometimes, like you do. She liked to hold hands and loved hugs. Just don't squeeze her so that her boobs hurt. Which her boyfriend did, and it pissed her off. I tried to be gentle with her and offered to massage her boobs. She thought I was joking. Josephine's parents were really strict, so she had to sneak out to see her boyfriend. Her parents trusted me. She would tell them she was going to the movies with me. When I refused to be her alibi, she grabbed me, looked me in my eyes, begged me with a soft voice, and pressed up against me with her chest. I gave in and saved her every frickin' time. When we were alone together, we would tell each other secrets, like how she cheated on the chest with a cheat sheet, or how I pretended to be sick when I didn't want to go on a stupid field trip. Once Josephine called me, sobbing because her boyfriend was being a jerk. Of course, I went over there. She told me it soothed her nerves to have her hair combed, so I combed her hair. I was gentle. I had learned from watching my mom comb my sister's hair. Josephine's hair was soft. I got so caught up in the process, she told me to take a break. She leaned back in my lap. We started talking about what we wanted to be in life. I wanted to be a famous athlete. Josephine said she wanted to win the lottery. She stopped and looked up at me with her pussycat eyes, and I got hard. Josephine's head was still on my lap. She said, "What is that?" She said in a calm tone, and I knew what she was talking about. I said, "What's what?" Josephine said, "What's poking my neck?" I said, "I'm sorry, he has a mind of his own." She jumped up and pointed at my boner. She said, "Bad boy." I looked down and said, "Yeah, bad boy." Josephine then said, "Let's all of us go for a walk." And we did. That's the kind of friendship we had. We were just cool around each other. I enjoyed being there for Josephine. I would comfort her when she was upset. I enjoyed hearing her say, "I love you, Philip. You're always there for me." I once went into my older sister Maya's room, looked through her junk drawer for something to impress Josephine. I found a gold bracelet. I knew she would never notice it was missing. And I gave it to Josephine. Josephine loved the bracelet. And I got a big hug and a kiss on the cheek. She said, "You are so sweet. You will make a good boyfriend to some lucky girl." I said, "Like you?" Josephine frowned. "Oh," she said, "too bad we're such good friends." I went home depressed. I did not want to eat dinner. Maya came into my room. "You're not eating, and it's pizza?" she said. "Is it that girl Josephine?" I nodded. Then Maya said, "Does she like you back?" I said, "I don't know." "Are you nice to her?" I said, "Always." "Does she tell you everything?" I said, "Yeah." "Oh," Maya said, "you're in the friend zone." I asked, "How do I get out of it?" Maya said, "Either wait until Josephine changes her mind or tell her how you feel." "Now listen," Maya said. "If you tell her and she doesn't want to date you, it will be weird from then on." I didn't want to be the weird guy and risk losing our closeness. Plus, we were so cool. I thought eventually she would come around. I kept quiet. Later that week, Josephine asked me to help her study for her history test. She was in danger of failing, and her parents threatened to send her to a reform school in Ecuador. I knew I had to help her so I wouldn't lose her. We studied all weekend. On Sunday, it was a nice day, so we went to the patio. Josephine sat Indian style on the bench. She was wearing a pair of loose-fitting shorts. I told her to relax and concentrate, and she leaned back. From my vantage point, I noticed she was not wearing underwear. I saw it all. It looked like a hamburger. I started quizzing her. What battle was the turning point of the Civil War? I got so flustered, I answered the question before she did. I said, Gettysburg. She said, yeah, Gettysburg. I said, okay, so spell it. Josephine said she needed to get her notes. I said, no. Stay right there. I felt a little guilty, but I could not stop looking. The review went on for a half an hour. That's all that I could stand. Josephine said, I'm hungry. What should we eat? I said Burger King. Josephine passed the test and gave me all the credit. The following year, I moved. Then Josephine moved, and I lost her new number in the laundry. Years passed. I never told her how I really felt. A year ago, I found Josephine on Facebook. I took her to dinner. She told me she was a single parent now, divorced twice. She told me that her life had been rough. She didn't know why she'd never been able to find a good man. She showed me her ring of celibacy, and I remembered how she told me the same thing in high school. She wasn't going to be in a relationship for a while. This time, I didn't get excited for the opportunity to be her boyfriend. Josephine had changed. She didn't have that same cat look in her eyes anymore. She was not the girl I remembered. Maybe had I not been so afraid 20 years ago, I could have saved her from all that pain. Maybe she could have won the lottery.